Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the TEKS tool number line. We are working with number pairs and a problem related to TEKS 4.8b. We will solve it in 5 minutes or less. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we've got a table here showing the different number of gallons that make up so many cups. And we've got a punch bowl that has 9 gallons of juice. And our question is how many cups of juice does that 9 gallons equal? So if we were to think of our table right here, we could extend this one more, and we could just say 9, and then we have our kind of our unknown. So there are many different ways to solve this, but one way I like to keep track of it is going to be with a double number line. And so I'm going to draw two number lines. Whatever's on the left-hand side, I'm going to put on the bottom. So this is going to be our gallons. Whatever's on the right-hand side, I'm going to put on the top. And so I'm going to just kind of mark spaces here for 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And then up above, I'm going to put 16, 48. You want to make sure that you kind of match them up. And like I said, you want to make sure that whatever's on the left-hand side goes on the bottom. Whatever's on the right goes on the top. So this helps us keep track of the changes as the gallons change. How do the cups change? And so how I like to evaluate this is I want to look from gallon to gallon. So my gallons jump from 1 to 3, so that's a +2. Then it goes from 3 to 5, that's another +2. 5 to 7, it's another +2. And then I'm looking for 9, so I'm going to put a box right here to kind of represent an unknown number. And it just goes up +2, +2, +2. So there are two different ways that our ordered pairs or a table could work. One could be if it's an additive relationship, and that's where if the bottoms go up +2, then the tops go up +2. And then you can see if there's the same shift, then it's going to be an addition that is going to be changing it. But that's not the case here. Because if I'm trying to go from 16 to 48, I'm doing a lot more than adding 2. That's going to be a +32. And then if I'm going from 48 to 80, it's going to be another +32. From 80 to 112, that's going to be another +32. And so when we see here that I have a +32 over a +2, and it's the same thing across all, we had a very kind of even 1, 3, 5, 7. It's not always going to be like that. It could be 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. But what we have here is our rate. Because when you have an uneven, when it's 32 on the top and 2 on the bottom, when they're not the same, that lets you know that it is a rate of change. Uneven means, or a unit rate. And this is something that's going to be increasingly important as you get into middle school, is looking at rates. So you can say 32 over 2, and 32 over 2 is an improper fraction, right? We know how to handle that. Think of it like a division problem. You're going to divide 2 into 32. You divide your denominator into your numerator, and that's going to get you 16. And since it's a unit rate, we're going to multiply by 16. So that means you take your bottom number and you multiply it by 16 and you get your top number. That's what all of this tells us. Which means we could do that same thing for our 9. We could take our 9, since that's the rate of change, we're going to multiply that 9 by 16, and we are going to get, let's see, that's going to be 54, and that's going to be 9 times 1 is 9, add the 5, that's going to be 4. Now, 144 is our answer. Some of you noticed that we had a +2, +2, +2, and then to get from 7 to 9, it's another +2. So then we could have just mirrored our +32 all the way across. We could have done a +32. And if you thought that, you would have been correct. You could have taken your 112 and you could have added another +32 because you made another jump of 2 on the bottom and you would have gotten your same thing. So our answer is B.